All right, honors geometry, just a couple more extra difficult problems for you guys. So it says the point A, negative 3, 7, is reflected over the origin, and its image is point B. What are the coordinates of point B? So typically we reflect over a line, but now we're going to reflect over a point, the origin. So I'm going to actually use Desmos graphing calculator to do this problem for us. So in the calculator, what I'm going to do is I'm going to plot the point A at negative 3, 7 and the origin. So let's go do that now. So I'll use that table feature if you remember. So the point was negative 3, 7, and the origin is 0, 0. And I'll hover over and hold down over the green dot and connect them with lines. I also like to zoom out so I can see and count by ones. And then last, I will call the point negative 3, 7. I will label it as A. Let me just double check to make sure that is our point. Yep. So now, this problem is very similar to a midpoint problem we did back in chapter 1. A is going to be one of the endpoints. A prime is the other endpoint. And this point, or B is the other endpoint. And this point, the origin, is going to be the midpoint. So we're just going to use slope. We're going to count the slope from A to this point. Let's go. Down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right 1, 2, 3. So count that again. Down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right 1, 2, 3. And that is the coordinates of B. And that would be 3, negative 7. And there you go. 3. Oh. You coming, Delta Math? Uh-oh. There we go. Sorry about that. 3, negative 7. It's like time froze for a second. All right, next. Oh, let's see what they do. Oh, yeah. Next problem coming. Okay, so we have a similar problem, except now instead of the origin, we're going to reflect over this generic point, negative 4, negative 2. And again, find B. So now I'm going to take a picture because I don't know if I can remember all those points. So we're going to graph these 2 points and do the exact same thing we just did. So I have negative 3, negative 6, and negative 4, negative 2. So I'm going to clear all this. Let me clear my writing as well. There we go. Let me add a table. So we're doing negative 3, negative 6, and negative 4, negative 2. Okay, hover over it, connect them with lines. Again, zoom out 1. So negative 3, negative 6, that's going to be A. And negative 4, negative 2, that's going to be B. Okay, so we want to go, I'm not B, let's call it M for midpoint, right? So we want to find B, which is going to be our A prime on the other side of M. So we're going to use slope. So let's count it together from A to M. We're going to go up 1, 2, 3, 4, up 4, and left 1. So let's go up 1, 2, 3, 4, and left 1. And there are the coordinates of B. That'll be at negative 5, 2. There you go. Type away and see if it works. Negative 5, 2. Good work. All right, next problem coming. All right, so we did a problem like this before where we have to, move the line to make the pink and dotted triangles, reflections of each other. So the blue triangle is going to move. So when we do this again, if I move this off the picture real fast, right? Let's just move it up. Okay. So if I connect these two, this line connecting those two does not have a slope of 1 or negative 1. This actually has a slope of 1/3, up 1. So our line, our reflection line has to be perpendicular. So that means opposite reciprocal. My line of reflection has to have a slope of negative 3. So when I graph this, I'm assuming that my line is going to have a slope of negative 3. All right, that's as a hint. So that means it has to go, this way, right? This way. So let's go ahead and graph it. Let's see what we can do. All right. I'm going to drag this way. Okay. All right. So I need to bend this back this way a little bit. Come down here a little bit. Again, you just kind of play. That looks kind of close. Let's just move the line. Nope. I got to bend here. So that has to go vertical. All right, there. So I'm vertical. I know. See how this is vertical? I know that I can just move my line. I thought and match up. There we go. And look at that. Okay. And if you notice, right, I think it's going to say I'm correct. Yep. Oh, so it says you must move. Let's just double check. It says something's not right. So just pretend. It's going to lock it in here in a second. Sometimes you can be just slightly off, especially on these ones. So remember, I got to be vertical. There we go. Back to vertical. There we go. It says I'm correct. And again, if you look at this line, right, if we pick two nice points, let's see. So here's a nice point, and here's a nice point. What's that slope? Down 3, right 1. That is a slope of -3. Okay? So use that slope connecting a pre-image to an image to kind of get an idea of what your slope has to be before you. And don't get frustrated if it's not like giving you the right answer right away. You might have to move it off and move it back on. It's kind of finicky. All right, 2 more problems. All right, so let's take a look at this problem. So now we have to follow the instructions to get the line of reflection. So it says connect the corresponding points. So from the pink figure to the blue. So I believe that these two are corresponding. I believe that these two are corresponding, and these two. Okay, and now I need to find the midpoint. So again, I can guesstimate, or I can kind of use slope. So it's whatever you want to do. This is a little bit trickier because the slopes are not 1. So if I use the slope here, I have to go down 4 and right 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So cut that in half. Down to right 4. There's going to be the midpoint, right? So to find the midpoint, just cut that slope in half. Okay, what about this one? Let me get rid of those lines. Okay, going down 1, 2, 3, 4. Going down 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then right 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So 8 and 16, cut that in half. Go down 4 and right 8. And there's that midpoint. And then the last one here. So to get from there to there, I'm going to go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And go right 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So cut that in half, go down 3 and right 6. There we go. And there's that midpoint. Okay, so use the slope. So now it says draw a line through all those. So I will. There we go. What's the slope of the dotted lines? Well, the slope of the dotted lines, if you remember, one was down 4. This was down 4 and right 8. That's a slope of -4 over 8. That simplifies to -1/2. So the dotted line has a slope of -1/2. To find the slope of the reflection line, I'll just simply count. Let's go from yellow to yellow. So that just means we're going to go up 2 and right 1. Up 2, right 1. That's just a slope of 2. Again, I should know that that's 2 because it's the opposite reciprocal of -1/2. Excellent. And now it wants the line equation. I know it's going to say y equals. It's going to say 2x because the slope is 2. And now the y-intercept of that line is right here at -1. I'm correct. Thank you very much. Good. All right, last one coming. All right, so let's take a look at this problem here. So it says reflect the figure over the line y equals 3/2 x plus 1. So the slope of this line given to us is 3/2. That means the slope connecting our pre-images to our images will have the opposite reciprocal of that, which is -2/3. So I'm going to graph that a couple times, and hopefully I land near this line. If I don't, we kind of have to like guesstimate where it goes. So let's do, from this point here, let's go down to right 3, down to, down to right 3. And look, I landed after 2 counts of the slope. So count the slope 2 more times. Down to right 3, down to right 3. There. That is going to be the image of that point. Great. Awesome. Okay, do the same thing. Counting of negative 2/3. Down to right 3, down to right 3, down to right 3. Oh, I landed it. Third time. So do 3 more slopes. Down to right 3, down to right 3, down to right 3. And there it is here. Nice. We're getting lucky here. All right. And the last point would be this one here that I haven't counted yet. So let's count down to, that's not what I want to do. Sorry, delete that point. Good. I can get my pen back. Sorry about that. So from here, they count the slope of negative 2/3 down to right 3, down to right 3. And it was twice, 2 slopes. So count it again. Down to right 3, down to right 3. And there should be the third point. Boom. And I'm hoping that that is correct. I'm going to submit my answer. It looked kind of good. Oh, yes. And there we go. So again, you see how they did? Slope of the reflection line, the slope of the dotted line, count it. How many times you have to count it? Count it the same way so you're the same distance away. All right, so the theme of that was your slope was not a positive or negative one, nor were they horizontal or vertical lines. So best of luck to you. Hopefully it goes well.